Phoenix, they're off and running. They don't take a timeout. Nurse hits at the buzzer, and Phoenix wins. Oh my goodness. Absolutely stunning.
I've been trying really, really hard to not have you on the show because, like, it's just the superstar stardom power that you have. So thank you for gracing us.
Oh, anytime.
Why are you so amazing at what you do?
I have really good parents. That is exactly who I would commend that to.
Let me tell you, how long have you been broadcasting for?
This is my 3rd year, I think.
3rd year.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know the tape. Y'all have seen the shows. Kia, did you ever think broadcasting would be something that you would add to your resume?
No, to be honest with you. I didn't. You know what, in all honesty, in college, I did a lot of communications courses. I have a degree that's called sport and media, so it was always kind of there just in case. But I was always so in awe of having interviews with Doris Burke at the Final Four and Holly Rowe and being able to be around them and have conversations. I thought their job was really cool, but I thought they traveled too much. And I was like, honestly...
Not the travel taking you out of things.
I travel enough. Like, I move
yeah.
around so often that I was like, when I'm done, I think I'm going to sit in one place. Yeah. But it's been very, very fun, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities.
You talk about your collegiate career. I want to go there for a second because obviously we look at the finals. We see what Dawn Staley was able to do. Black women, yes, look at us just thrive. But more importantly, it was the most finals watched, men or women, at an NCAA tournament. Does that surprise you at all, knowing that the product's just already been so dope?
No, it really doesn't. I think anytime that we've seen women's sports, women's basketball being put on television, we see numbers rise, and we see great numbers that all of a sudden are eye-popping or we're showing up on social media, but it's kind of more normal than people expect it to be. And there's huge fan bases. Obviously, Connecticut's got their massive fan base of 37 years, and South Carolina is now moving themselves up into that kind of dynasty sector as well. So their fan base is crazy. I mean, we played at South Carolina. There was 18,000 fans there for a regular season game. So it's great to see that there's eyes on the game, that people want to watch. I think a lot of it has to do with social media too, and some of the players that are there now, like Paige Beckers, who has almost 1 million followers on social media, right? So they want to see her play live, and so it's really exciting to see. I think it's great for our game.
You notice that I like softballed you there. I was like, you know, Dawn Staley winning, UConn losing. I didn't even mention that. I did not want to hurt you that way. It's how much I love you. Another season with Phoenix. You're still rehabbing. You're probably not going to start the regular season, but what are you looking forward to?
I'm really excited to get back into a different routine. So I have very different lifestyle-based routines based on where I am. So when I'm at home, it's a rehab routine or a workout routine if I'm not injured, and then with this as well at night. When I go back to Phoenix, it's very much more like the pro athlete life, where you go to practice in the morning, the afternoon is kind of for you to recover, see family, hang out with friends, that kind of stuff. And so I'm looking forward to getting back into that, looking forward to going back to a team that's really good. I think we've loaded up with some more talent in this off season as well, and an opportunity to hopefully get back on the court. That's the main goal. That's what we're looking to do.
We will get into Tina in just a moment, but I never really kind of took in, and I wanted to ask you, is it hard mentally for you to be out of the game, but around the game in this broadcasting sense?
I thought it was going to be, in all honesty. The toughest thing that I've had to do in terms of watching the game has been watching the finals.
Yes.
When I wasn't able to play in that. So it's more, this isn't my team, right? I'm not supposed to be on the court here. And so for me, I think that just, it's allowing me to stay within the game. It's allowing me to kind of watch and analyze it in a different way and watch different players and what they do and how I can add that to my game. And it's different when it's not my team. So I think it'll be harder watching, obviously, the beginning of the regular season because that's where I want to be and that's what I want to do. But this has been really good to actually just stay within the sport. There was a time where I couldn't shoot and I couldn't go to the gym and do all that stuff. So this was kind of my basketball fix.
You talk about adding to your game. When you think about different aspects to it, kind of being able to have that backseat that not many people have, to kind of just have eyes on it, what do you think you want to improve on?
Well, there's lots that I want to get better at. Obviously, I think I'm known for my three-point shooting now, which was something I developed later in college. So I want to get back to, before my three-point shooting, I was just a straight driver. So a little better balance of both of them and being more consistent in them throughout the games. A lot of it's going to be taking the time to actually get my body to where it needs to be because I had to fix this, meant I had time to fix everything. And so I'm excited to see kind of where my power comes back from, where the explosiveness comes back from. And then I think that'll help me just in terms of touch and finishes around the rim. At this point in rehab now, you're just on your own individually working on things in the gym. And so there's lots of opportunities to get better at finishing, mid-range game, that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm looking to add.
Well, we saw you re-upping, signing, of course, to stick as a Phoenix Mercury player. But when you think about year one, how much being around that environment, the Tarasis of the world, players that just want it so bad, and also to take it as far as the team was and did, how much of that really affected your decision-making into deciding to stick things out?
Well, in all honesty, free agency was not what I expected it to be, and a lot of it had to deal with the fact that I had one leg to work with.
There we go.
And so I think, you know, for me, it was Phoenix is a place that I love, that I'm comfortable with. I'm extremely comfortable with the trainers there who have started my rehab with the 2 months post-surgery, and so that's my key, and my #1 goal right now is to be able to get back on the court and be healthy, but I love my teammates too. Yeah. Phoenix was just so fun for me. The first moment I got there, I got on the court with Skylar Diggins-Smith and Diana Taurasi, and just watching them work out, watching their work ethic, the way Diana shoots and doesn't ever miss in practice, you know, it forced me to get better. It forced me to make shots to keep up with her because I didn't want to be the person holding us back, and so I felt like even in that year, what I've learned from them and the things that I've gained in terms of how hard they go every day, on and off the court, what it takes to win, understanding that, and what it takes to be great on a consistent basis, that's what I want to be around because I know that's going to help me move my career forward.
Let's talk about the additions to this team now, because it's very clear that Phoenix is like, listen, we either get in the ship or it's a bust season. Do you get that sense in the conversations around front office or amongst teammates that it's really go time right now?
Well, I think it's, you know, getting closer to the end of Diana's career as well, right? And so I think anytime you have a great player who's done so much for the game, you're trying to find a way to win because we don't know which one's going to be your last season. And so adding an incredible player like Tina Charles, adding a player like Diamond DeShields is fantastic to help us continue to grow and continue to chase that championship. Obviously, we were there. We were at that level last year when we got to the finals, and then we were just a little bit short. So filling in a couple goals here and there.
Tina, obviously you guys had played before with Liberty. What does she bring to this group, or how can she add to this group when it comes to runs?
I mean, Tina's so dynamic in the way that she plays. It's just, even
your face like
year,
lit up as I said her name. Why?
Exciting. Yeah. I mean, even last year, if you watched her play on Washington, you knew what Tina was going to do every night, but you couldn't stop her. It was the same way that we had it in New York, and so I loved playing alongside Tina. I thought it was a great opportunity for me, especially as a young player, to see her as a leader and a former #1 overall pick and a former MVP. And the way that she goes about the game, the way that she goes about it on and off the court. But I think for our team now, she's going to fill in a big gap. Obviously, our 4 position with Brianna Turner was phenomenal. You know, Breezy is the best defender in the league, in my opinion, and the 4 position is the hardest position to guard in our league. So to add an extra 4 there, that's going to be able to shoot and score and, you know, pick and pop. It's a different look to what we have, but I think the way that it's going to come together is just phenomenal. And who are you going to guard on our team, right? Everybody can score. Who are you going to guard?
Talk your talk, Kia Nurse. My gosh. Well, with the camps that you put on, the ways in which you mentor young girls, just like effortlessly just coming on broadcast and just like low-key killing it, high-key killing it. Kia, thank you for who you are, what you stand in. I appreciate you. Thank you for finally blessing my show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't think I didn't notice how long it took you to sit down here, right?
I was waiting for your call.
Okay.